This is just AMZN. On Monday, June 10th, 2019, we had a little more of a gap up this morning, holding at our line at about 1815 here. Quickly ran up into 1841.30, put in a really nice high wave candle right here um, on that price. Continued up to our next line at 18. Let's see, 1863.84, and then continued and ran up to our next line at 1880.05. So it looks like the lines are working again, going bullish. We actually even touched this one pre-market at 1815 with the open right there pre-market. We we pulled back. We're just grinding through the middle of this range, came back down, bounced off of our 1863.84 price, got back up here, threw in some small candles, and rolled back down to it, and actually came down underneath it. So again, the lines are working like really, really, really well. Trading this bullish today, if you had these lines in your chart, they'd be great targets, great places to take some profits, or look for some consolidation, which all these have a consolidation, and then continue, consolidation, continue, consolidation, continue, and then this one ended up rolling back down. So, it already happened once, twice, started to happen the third time, but it didn't work out. So that's just the ones at the level here. So this is another continuation, getting it all the way up there. Anyway, incredible move. Had you been looking for some of these consolidations with the 1900 call, the first one there, put in a price that was really, or put in a range that was really nice. You could have traded this 5x4 on the breakout and just held on for the ride because it just exploded. Had you just held on for this, you could have been exiting probably 10, 11, 12, within a matter of 15 minutes, going from 5 up to, 11 would have been 6R. Just that kind of move. Now, had you waited some more for a pullback, moved your, trailed your stop, it held and then continued, taking out this high. And then you've got the bookended rest after battle. Rising something, whatever. I still haven't looked back up the name. That ended up continuing. Let's say you were to hold on, or you had held on all through these levels. You could have been getting in at the 1815 price. Wait, no. Could have been getting in at the 1841.30 price and getting out at the 1880.05 price. That would have been getting in 5x4, getting out at like 16, 15, easily a 10R had you just, risked $100 down here and just let it go, let it ride. And there wasn't really anything to say go bearish on this, even though right out the gate there were some bears. There were people looking to sell. It was a bullish retest gap, clearing some levels, making this whole thing all the way to here and here look like an island reversal. And the only issue is that this low came into this range here. So it's not truly an island reversal, but what's incredible is that we are back above this pivot that we didn't hold here. This head and shoulders pattern is now more or less broken because we kind of made a new high higher than the neckline, which you could do it, but this one looks really strong, more than, say, like a candle like that sitting right here. We zoom back out. This candle, let's see, it's kind of like, I guess, maybe this one. No, that was a little lower. Don't know. Looking for a bullish candle that looks like this in this range. I'm just not seeing a single one. Like there's, if you word some of these together and go from, let's see, probably here, here, and here. So across 3 days to the same kind of move that we just had today. So the range on this was 66.87, and it just moved really nicely, getting back above the 21 here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens now. It seems like it's really got to rest a little bit, but if it does, then it may not hit this target on the 13th on Thursday. I mean, it could still get up to that X in the next few days if this strong move continues on up. Very aggressively bullish. more bullish than this, but it looks like what we're seeing is the same sort of bounce as we've seen in an area like this, rallying up to an X. So I would not discount it that we're still just right here. That, maybe have a smaller candle, allow some bears to hop on, trying to push it lower, and then maybe Tuesday and then Wednesday do something to have some more bears come in, and then gap above them Thursday and run up into probably about 1940 right here. That's the next place that I'd be looking for that sort of a price or price move, or maybe over here another like 1925 or so. What is that one? This one is 1925. Yeah, on the 18th. So that one's more conservative, getting there. This one's more aggressive, getting here. But recognizing what happened here, the low down here, and I mean, even I call this candle the low. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 candles. If I call this one low, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That could be 8 if it gets there. That'd be an incredible move if it does that. So that's what we'll be. That's what we'll be looking for the rest of the week, and see if we can get up here. If not, then we'll see if we can grind sideways and then continue, or if we have another pullback in store and see if we can hold this level going into that. So we're losing some of the bearish momentum. We've got increasing volume on these bullish candles. So this is confirming this trend. I would not anticipate it pulling back too far. It's still possible it hits this line. We're making lower lows. Making lower highs. We have made lower lows in this stretch here. So it's just a matter of waiting to see, is this really going to just continue on to the moon, or are we going to do a bit of an S curve and then continue, further over here later in the month, or maybe even the next month, continuing up. So I guess for those things, we'll just have to wait and see. And then the other thing is on the puts, after this started to show like an inverted hammer, the breakdown of this level, double top, it just went sideways for a while, just taking out premium, started to roll down, immediately got back up, put another inverted hammer. So over in here, as it breaks down this one, which it didn't really get a good close below. You did have a close below here, but not below a bullish level. Didn't get a close below the indecision. So, this candle was your first signal. Well, not your first one, but this was your signal to say this should keep going a little bit lower. And getting in here was at 11 o'clock. So on puts here at 11 o'clock, looks like there are some people getting in at 3, and it just grinded until I got to 4 over here, or getting in 3 here and grinding until I got to 4 here. So only would have been able to scrape out an R on that. Now, if you got, this was the 1800 put expiring this week. Now, if you had looked at this a little bit closer, the 11 o'clock candle, let's look at 1825. And the 1825 calls a little more expensive, a little less volume. So that's something I want to be careful of. But let's see now. 11 o'clock, that we've been buying about 540. And it did actually make it up a little bit more. Let's see, 540. I guess you still had to wait a little while. And then didn't quite come back down to 540 again here, even though the other one came to 3. So, yeah, I don't know if you would have taken the 6x5, that would have worked, and then would have gotten you, an 8R, or a 2R with a move up to 8, and then could have repeated 6x5 and gotten out at 8. So that worked twice too. Interesting. So when we have this kind of a meltdown, that just goes sideways, grinds sideways, and then it comes down, see if it'll retest the sort of consolidation. That was a good play. So I guess we haven't had something quite like that where we pulled back. We have this where we continue to hold. We had, this where we continue to hold. So This one we haven't really had, where you have a bigger bullish move and then a little bit of a bigger pullback. So we'll see if more of those are coming. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back soon with some more. This is Just AMZN. Thanks.